Hey y'all, I'm back to talk about my new book number 2 challenge, Romance Edition. So stay tuned. Welcome back to Books with Kimberly, and don't forget to like, comment, share my channel, and subscribe. Y'all, I am back with another book number 2 challenge. As you know, I have my YA Fantasy book number 2 challenge going on, which I encourage myself to finish some Black YA fantasy series by Black authors that feature Black characters. I am not done. The list keeps growing. The series keeps growing. So I do still have some books that I need to finish. This book number 2 challenge is for romance books that are part of series. I've read book 1 but have not picked up the series again. And so this is to hold myself accountable and to get me back finishing these series. I will say that I've been wanting to do this challenge for a while, but I was nervous because I felt like a lot of these books I did not continue the series is because they were 4-star reads for me, which means I didn't absolutely love them. They didn't draw me in and I didn't continue going. But in reality, a 4-star read is not bad at all. I want to mix up my Black romance by not just reading one particular type or a few particular authors. I want to also mix in some fluffy, just cute romantic reads that are quick. What really inspired me to start this challenge is Kennedy Ryan. I actually gave Before I Let Go by Kennedy Ryan, which is the first book in the Skyland series, a 3-star. And then I decided to give this series another shot by reading This Could Be Us. Check out that standalone review. Y'all, I ate that book up and gave it 5 stars. So I was like, you know what? I'm about to do this challenge because I'm sure that maybe me picking back up these other Black romance series, I will discover that reading the second books in these series could be a greater experience. So let's get into those series. I've already talked about the Skyland series by Kennedy Ryan. I've already read Before I Let Go and This Could Be Us. And this March 2025, Kennedy will be releasing Can't Get Enough, which is the 3rd and final book in the Skyland series. So I cannot wait to read that book and scratch this series off of my book number 2 romance series list. The next series is The Boyfriend Project. These are books written by Farrah Rochon. The first book, The Boyfriend Project, I gave 4 stars. The second book in the series is The Hookup Plan. The Boyfriend Project was about 3 girls who were dating the same guy. And so these 3 girls became friends and they had a boyfriend project, which was to not date and to solely focus on furthering their careers and their personal goals. But in the first book, the main character ends up falling for a guy she works with. I think this is a really good premise for a series and I'm excited to continue with The Hookup Plan. The next series is the Sugar Blitz series by Wesley. I've already read Fake It Till You Bake It. I gave this book 4 stars. The next one in the series is A Legend in the Baking. I do believe I'm gonna enjoy this one because this series is about a bakery that is owned by 3 football players. They play football during the season, and in off season they are managing and actually baking cupcakes. Like literally all 3 of them are in the kitchen baking and serving up these cupcakes. And so in book 1, it is kind of like an enemies to lovers story. I'm excited to read the next one, A Legend in the Baking, because I think this is one of the football players. He's more quiet, so I'm excited to read his story. The next series is The Green Sisters by Kristina Forrest. The first book that I read in this series was The Neighbor Favor. I started off falling in love with this book, but then the premise just kind of got me because it was about this neighbor who was helping the main female character in the book start dating. And the fact was, they had already met each other before online, and he sort of ghosted her, and she never really knew what he looked like to know this was the guy that ghosted her. So the next book is about her sister, and I'm guessing the third book will be about the other sister. But I am excited to read the next book in the series, which is The Partner Plot, because in The Neighbor Favor, this sister was actually engaged. So I'm excited to see what the premise of this book is going to be. So another series that I'm adding to this list is by Kimberly Brown, and that is the Jareau family novels. I've already read 3 books, which are Where Love Blooms, Deep in My Soul, and Burial of a Player. I gave the first 2 4 stars, and Burial of a Player got 5 stars from me. So I'm excited to continue this series with book number 4, Strip Me Bare, and book number 5, Nothing Like You. I also will be adding the New Haven series by J.L. Seegars. So I started this year off by reading Restore Me by J.L. Seegars, and I gave this book 4 stars. I really enjoyed it. And then in her series, she has Revive Me Part 1 and Revive Me Part 2 that I will be adding to this list. Lastly, I will be adding the Gray List series by Gray Huffington. I took a pause on Gray Huffington because I did not want to eat up her entire catalog and then not have anything to read. I wanted to pace myself, which is also, again, why I'm doing this challenge. I just want to mix up the Black romance and kind of go from reading a little urban to going to read a little bit more fluffy and cute romance. So I just want to, mix it up so I won't go into another romance slump. And so the Gray List by Gray Huffington, I have not started this series. The first book is Chemistry. I definitely want to read it by February. Y'all, those are the romance series that I want to continue or start. And I look forward to holding myself accountable to get some of these series crossed off my list. I'm really hoping that this goes the way I want it to go, which is it just gets me to fall in love with the genre of romance, especially romance by Black authors that feature Black couples, Black love. So I just hope that this just keeps my excitement about romance alive, and I will be back with further updates. Let me know if you guys have completed any of these series, if you're interested in reading any of these series, and thank you again for tuning in to a Books with Kimberly video.